Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, November 16th. We are still in Hartford, Connecticut. We leave today at noon and head off to Norwalk, Connecticut for our show tonight. I think we are plowing straight through till the end now. We have no more days off, which is fine with me. I love working, and days off get a little tedious. If I have a day off, I'd really rather be home sometimes than out here on the road, especially if you're not in some place where there's lots to do. Sometimes you get stuck out in the middle of nowhere for a day off, and you just kind of watch TV and go for a walk, and that's about it. But I'm really looking forward to playing tonight. And tonight when we did the gig here in Hartford, it was a different kind of a situation. So our show was only 45 minutes, and then we did a 45-minute question and answer, which was really fun. I love doing that. But tonight we get back to our 70-plus minute show, which is going to be great. That's the one we really geared up to do. So musically, I thought today I'd do something instrumental. I've talked about him in the past and played, I think, a track off of this album. But I thought I would go back because there's a lot of people that have come on the channel at this point, and they really haven't investigated a lot of the previous videos, and they're asking me, can you talk about, Jesse Ed Davis? Have you ever played with him? And I've covered Jesse Ed on everything from Jackson Browne to Gene Clark to a whole bunch of different things. So I think if there's any redundancy, it's just because I'm, trying to bring some additional kind of focus on different artists that I've done during the course of this past almost 2 years and year and 3/4, whatever we've got going on here. And one of these people I wanted to revisit was the great Bernie Williams. A lot of people, will think of Bernie as a ball player. He was the center fielder for the New York Yankees. I wrote down a little copious information here. Bernie was from Puerto Rico, and his real name is Bernie Williams Figueroa Jr. He played 16 years with the New York Yankees. He was their center fielder, won 4 World Series. He's a 5-time All-Star, 4-time Golden Gloves winner, Silver Slugger Award, American League batting titles, 1996 MVP. His number 51 was retired upon his retirement, and he's considered the greatest switch-hitting center fielder in baseball history. We did this album called The Journey Within back in 2003. And when Bernie was a kid in Puerto Rico, he was very active in sports, but he was also trained as a classical guitarist. So I've done a lot of vanity projects for people, actors and different people who music is kind of a hobby for them. And some of them do it quite well. But Bernie is as serious about his music as he was about his baseball career. And now that he's retired from baseball, he's fully focused on his guitar and composition. And he's really great at both. Now, the album was produced by my friend Lauren Harriet, who I've done a number of projects with that are all, for the most part, sports related. And it's always interesting, the different interests that guys that, like Scott Spezio and a whole bunch of them, that basketball players and baseball, that their love of music is pretty amazing. Bronson Arroyo, a whole bunch. We recorded and mixed this album at Globe Studios in New York City, and it was mastered by Steve Markison, who I've done a lot of projects that Steve has done, including he mastered our Barefoot Servants album, our second one that we did. So I want to go ahead and play a couple of tracks from this. The band is really wonderful on this. We had such a great time. And it's also one of those things where you show up at the studio and you're playing with somebody like, a baseball player or an actor or something. And a lot of times it's just kind of covering tunes and you kind of go, okay, cool, this will be great. And as soon as Bernie sat down and started playing guitar, we all looked at each other and went, oh, we better have our big boy pants on today because this guy's really good. The first song I want to play you is called La Salsa. And the band is myself and Kenny Aronoff on drums, Luis Conti on percussion, Mark Rivera on saxophone, the great Bella Fleck on banjo, Tim Pierce, John J.T. Thomas, who I've done many projects with over the years, and we've toured together. And the background singers on this are the great Ruben Blades and Gilberto Santa Rosa. So here we go. This is La Salsa on Me, it's called. Bernie playing guitar. He has such a beautiful tone and touch. He's really, really a fabulous musician. And it was great because we cut everything live in the studio. And it was just one of these things like, he just started playing and we just, like I said, just kind of went, yeah, this is going to be good. And it was, and it is. And we did 2 albums. And his playing just keeps improving and improving and improving. And this is, almost 10 years ago that we did this one. No, actually 2003. And he's been focused for quite a few years now, just strictly on playing guitar since he retired from the Yankees. And he's quite a guy and quite a presence. He's a big dude. He comes in. It's like, oh, Bernie's here. Let's see. Here's one called "The Way." This is again myself and Kenny Aronoff and Tim Pierce, Luis Conti, and Mark Rivera on sax, and B.J. LaCarica on background vocals with him, and all the lead and some of the rhythm is Bernie on this. So here we go, "The Way." just a beautiful tone and touch. And the thing that's really nice is there's a lot of guys that do instrumental stuff, and it's just kind of like there's really not any writing. It's all about blowing, showing off their chops. But he actually has really beautiful melodies. He's a really fine composer. It was really funny. He got signed to Paul McCartney's production company. And he was so excited about it. And McCartney was supposed to be contacting him. And this was when Bernie was still playing. Because when we did this album, he was still with the Yankees at that point. He hadn't retired from baseball yet. And apparently he had his cell phone with him in his uniform out in center field, just in case Paul called. It's like, if the owners or anything would have known that he might be sitting out there, ball gets hit to him and he's, "Hi, Paul," and just trying to run and catch the ball. He's really quite a character, a really, really fun guy. And it's a trip being around these people. And one of the funniest moments I had was they were coming out, the Yankees were coming out to play the Angels in Los Angeles at Angels Stadium. And so Bernie called and invited us out to the show, out to the game, which was great. But Scott Spezio at that point was now on the Angels, and I had done his album also. And I'm sitting there going, crap, I got to go back after this game. And what am I going to say? Where are my loyalties? Because I've loved working with both of these guys, and all of a sudden, they're competitors. But it turned out okay because I think Bernie got a home run, but the Angels won. So, I could compliment both of them. But the funniest moment for me of that whole thing was I got up at one point and went and got myself a hot dog and just wanted to find a kind of a quiet corner just to get away because we were packed in. There's a lot of people. And so I found a little area in the stands. So I grabbed my drink and my dog and went up there and was eating. And I suddenly look up on the Jumbotron, and there I am on the Jumbotron stuffing a hot dog in my face. And after the game, like I'm heading down there, people are going, "Oh, there's the guy with the hot dog," pointing at me. It was one of those things. Even Bernie said, "Hey, I saw you on the Jumbotron." So it was a funny moment. You always think, "Oh, I can get a little quiet spot." You forget there are cameras. So, okay, what do we got here? This is called "Enter the Band" or "Enter the Bond," James Bond. This is myself and Kenny Aronoff and Luis Conti and Mike Alvarez also on guitar along with Tim Pierce. So here we go. Enter the Bond. James Bond-esque. It's funny, a lot of times when we're jamming in the studios, you get into those kind of grooves, and everybody looks at each other and goes, porno music. It's not that kind of thing. Okay, here's a song called Just Because. And it's, again, no, on that one, also I didn't credit him. John Thomas was on keyboards on that. And he's a great keyboard player. He's out in Los Angeles. And we had some fun on the road together. We toured with Tracy Chapman together and bonded on that tour. So this is Just Because, and it's myself and Kenny Aronoff and John Thomas and Luis Conti and Tim Pierce and Bernie on lead. So there we go, Just Because. Bernie Williams, The Journey Within from 2003. And he's a fascinating guy. I mean, once again, he's another one of those people. Google him up, and it's some really interesting stats on his life. And he's incredibly philanthropic. I mean, he's just one of the good guys. So I'm going to get going. I got to pack up and get ready to get in the Sprinter van with the guys and head off to Norwalk, Connecticut for our show tonight. And I talked to Brad Munchie, who's out with Genesis right now. He said the show last night was great, and they're heading off, I think, to D.C. So I'm happy that they're back at it. I hope they can finish their tour without the issues that they had come up when they were in the UK and losing those gigs at the O2 and stuff to COVID. You know, COVID is still here. You know, the only way this is going to end is if people get healthy, get vaccinated, get themselves taken care of. As long as there's going to be people out there that are not doing the things that need to be done, masking or anything, this is going to be with us a long time and will stay incredibly disruptive to our lives. So try to just educate yourself, be smart about this. There's so much misinformation going on. Just because I say something doesn't mean go do it. It's just me talking. If you're going to do it, figure it out, you know, for yourselves, you know, but just be cognizant that this is really an ongoing problem, and it's not just an American problem. This is a global problem. There's a lot of areas that are way behind us on this, and certainly as a musician, there are places that we want to be going to, and there's no way we can go at this point. So I'm going to put my daily thank you out to the incredible people working in healthcare and also that are still basically frontline people. Anybody who's dealing with the public is putting themselves in harm's way at this point. And it's tough. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for all you all do. I don't know if that's really a sentence or not, but that's how I'm going to say it. So I'm going to get going, pack up, and I will be back tomorrow. And wishing everybody the very best. So take care. Bernie Williams. He's badass.